Alright, today we're going to talk about understanding variables and expressions. So let's start off with a couple of definitions. The first definition I want to talk about is variable. Variable. Alright, a variable is a symbol used to represent an unknown number. So a variable is a symbol used to represent an unknown number. The other definition I have is constant. Constant. A constant is a quantity whose value does not change. It always remains constant. So it's a quantity whose value does not change. Alright, so let's talk about the difference between constants and variables. So here we're going to outline which of these are constants, and in constants we're going to do orange, constant, and variables are going to be green. So let's start off with our constants first. Constants are basically numbers. So constant here would be 4 and 3. Here it'd be 31 and 28. Alright? Our variables here are D, and that's it. Here we have T, K, and Y. So our constants are 4, 3, our variables D. Our constants here are 31 and 28, our variables are T, K, and Y. Alright, let's do another definition. This definition we're going to call is a factor. Alright? A factor. A factor is when two or more quantities are multiplied. Alright? So here you can see that we have 3 different quantities multiplied. This combined is a factor. Okay? So all of this here is the factor. Inside, we have a couple more things. We have something called a coefficient. Coefficient. Alright, a coefficient is the numeric factor of a product, including a variable. It's the numeric part of the factor. Our coefficient is 4. Alright, so our factor is the whole thing. Our coefficient is the number that comes before everything. So let's talk about which of these are factors, which of these are coefficients. Alright? The factors in all of this, alright, are 4, P, and K. Let me rewrite that in orange just to make sure you can see it. 4, P, and K. Alright, all of these are different factors. Alright? So each different part of the term, alright, is the factor. Here our factors are Y and A. And here our factors are R, and if we separated out that divided by 8, it'd be negative 1/8. Now let's look at our coefficients. Remember, our coefficients are the large numbers. Alright? So here our coefficients are just 4. Now if you don't see a coefficient, like in this term here, YA, our coefficient is 1. There's an invisible 1 in front of it. Here our coefficient is negative 1/8. So that's how we fit factors and coefficients. Last thing I want to do is talk about terms. Alright, terms. Terms. Terms are parts of an expression separated by a plus sign and or a minus sign. So what I want to do here is look at how many different terms does this have. We've got one term, then there's a minus sign, a second term, and a third term. So we have 3 terms right here. How about here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see they're all separated by either a plus or a minus sign. So here we have 4 terms. So just a little bit more defining different things today. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a good evening.